Good morning, day 47. Beautiful start. Cold and wet as usual. I mean, it's New Mexico. What do you expect? It's always cold and wet here. Just finishing up breakfast and then getting ready for the day. That sunrise just gets better and better. It'll be next to last sunrise, I think. So I did a little looking at the maps last night. That town I was talking about, Chena, looks like the only lodging there is a community center. Grateful to the community center for opening up. It's been a few days of playing in dirt and mud and dust. I'd like to get a shower before I finish this thing. So I think I'm going back to plan A, which is due to last 30 miles, whatever, into Silver City this morning. And then I will get everything ready and get up early tomorrow morning and make the final 120-mile push to the border. Excuse me, there's some little critter that's just running around my tent. There he is. Little critters are faster than I am. They could have gotten this done in 35 days. So I think that's the plan. So I'm packing up now. Well, having coffee now. And I'm packing up and heading out. There's a lot of hike-a-bike in the beginning of today, so it's not going to be a completely easy day, but as soon as I can, I'm going to back off and try to coast into town. I want to put as little stress into the legs today as possible. Even sections that may not be a hike-a-bike normally, may be a hike-a-bike today, just to take it easy. So with that, I'm going to finish my coffee, pack up this mess for the last time, because I won't be camping again. Tonight's a hotel, tomorrow night's a border, El Paso, Albuquerque, somewhere, I don't know yet. We got a number for a guy named Jeffrey, who does a lot of shepherding of people from the end to where they need to go, or his house, or somewhere. I'm not quite sure how it works. I gotta give him a call. Beautiful morning. Everything is so green. Verdant, that's my NPR word of the day, verdant. One issue I'm having this morning. So this is looks like this will be a 48-day trip, and apparently my shorts had 46 days in them. So I'm not going to show you guys, but trust me when I say everything's cool and breezy. We are back on the Continental Divide Trail. So this is the footpath that follows the Continental Divide that largely the GDMBR and Tour Divide crisscross but not follow. Tour Divide has added a few sections of it this year. I think this is an old section. But the last time I was on this was the full day of 6 or 8 hours of pushing my bike on unrideable paths. And the one that kind of soured me on the 2024 route, which is why I'm following the 2023 route now. I'm not looking forward to this bit. The good news is it's not all that long. I mean, it's all relative. I don't think there'll be a lot of riding. Wish the camera could show how steep this is. I'm not going to be able to push it up there holding the camera. The view is getting more and more impressive though. As always, do hard things, get great views. have to stop a second and say, wow, this is pretty spectacular here. Pretty spectacular to contrast. That's the northern side of the mountain. It's lush, green, and forested. And then the southern side, which is a little drier, a little more deserty. That last stretch of the CDT really pissed me off. And it was kind of because, it was absolutely because, it was a loop off of the route that brought you back onto the route a couple miles downstream. It was completely unrideable and didn't really seem to serve any purpose except just to make the things harder. The views were a cow pasture. It's a nice cow pasture, but there's a lot of cow pastures. And a side of a ridge and a little valley, which we've seen 100 times on here. This section, A, is progressing the trip. I'm heading south. It's not a loop. It's just the best route. And here the views are stunning. Absolutely stunning. From the burned out old trees, the giant yucca trees, the birds over the valleys, the desert. I think these are my first cacti. This is a place worth coming to. Yes, I'd like to be on my bike and riding and pedaling, but I don't mind this. Remember that NPR word of the day? Well, it's just word of the hour. There ain't nothing verdant out here now. So I'm fighting my way up this mountaintop, and I almost forgot rule number 1 of Tour Divide. As you're struggling one way, turn around and look behind you. I have mad respect for the CDT hikers. This is a tough trail, even without a bike. You know, it's one thing for me to go 40, 80, 100 miles without water. I don't know how they do it. I don't think the water stops are any more frequent. So they have to carry how many days of water? There hasn't been a footstep in the last half an hour I've taken that I haven't been convinced there's a rattlesnake waiting to bite me. I'm stomping my feet. I'm talking to them. I'm telling them all about how it's International No Snake Day, but it doesn't matter. I'm convinced at any step it's going to be something waiting in the wings. Well, it wouldn't be Tour Divide if I weren't clinging to the side of a cliff somewhere. That's the trail up there. I have put my emergency beacon in my pocket in case my bike and I get separated. And I'm going to be moving to the uphill side of the bike. If anything happens, I want the bike to go down the hill without me. This trail behind me wrapped around that corner, went all the way around the side of that bluff. Right over there, back around that side. Been walking for a very long time. A couple more miles to go though. I'm now 4 hours into the ride. The first half mile, or first half hour of that was on pavement. So 3.5 hours of hike-a-bike. 9 miles in that time, so very slow going. Finally off of the ridge and found some double track. This is the smoothest section so far though. It's been a bunch of outcroppings, mud holes, and with this bright sun and dark shade, I'm having a real hard time seeing I'm having a hard time seeing the trail, but the obstacles in the trail. So, and it's been really steep. So as much as I would love to be bombed down this, I'm still walking because I just don't see things in time. Even it's bad enough even when I'm walking I don't see it in time. So slow and steady. So this is a fun trail. Actually, it would be a fun trail on a mountain bike. Even better is the fact that my GPS says the real trail is over there somewhere, which I don't buy. There's no other road over there. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going, see what happens. Ooh! Found an actual road that has actual cars and actual pavement. Very few embedded boulders here. Very few rain routes. I hope we stay on this for more than a quarter mile. Alright, Tour Divide, day 47. I've made it to Silver City. Whew, what an adventure today was. I was expecting it to go a little smoother, be here a couple hours sooner, but I'm cleaned up. My clothes are cleaned up. I'm reorganizing, and I'm about to go get some food. I just went to go put my shoes on and realized that the Crocs that I have been carrying for 2,600 miles chose today to fall off the back of the bike. So somewhere out in the Gila forest, in the New Mexican wild desert, there's a pair of Crocs. If anyone sees them, enjoy. I don't need them. Day 48, I think is it. I'm gonna do some planning, sit down and look. I think tomorrow is it. All right, getting ready. Just went and had dinner with John and Misha. They have been just ahead of me or with me for the last few days, and they are rolling out right now. 122 miles to the finish. I just went over to CVS. Picked out everything I'll need for a 122 mile ride. We got, of course, Snickers, we got some paydays, Reese's for tonight, got a carb load, this for tomorrow morning, because as much coffee as I'm going to make, I'll still need more. Yeah, some new stuff, lots of old. That should be, throw that in, that should be 122 miles worth of calories. I'm all worked up. It's going to be tough to sleep tonight. My legs are not in great shape. Today's ride and hike was a lot tougher than I expected. I would love to stay here another day so that my legs would be fresh. So I think 122 miles. The first 50 is a mix of pave. The last 70 is apparently I think there's less than 700 feet of climbing in 70 miles or something, like pancake flat. So I think it's just going to be a matter of putting audiobook on, relaxing. Done this before. I do it again. Not a big deal. Just a bike ride. The last bike ride. Hard to believe. Never thought I'd be here. Tomorrow's going to be as flat as the ride is, as flat as the ride profile is. Tomorrow, emotionally, it's going to be a roller coaster. I can feel it already. I'm so excited to be doing it. I'm so nervous that I'm doing it. I'm excited to be done. I'm bummed that I'm going to be done. Everything, all wrapped up. So I think what will help is assembling all this crap onto the bike, getting it ready to go. Plan is I'll set an alarm, probably 4:30, I think. Sunrise is at 6:15, but I'd like to get a little bit, out of town before that starts coming up. So I want to have everything packed, ready to go. So I just hop on a bike and roll out of here. That's the plan. It's a great plan. Hopefully the legs hold up. Hopefully the head holds up. And hopefully we get it done. This time tomorrow, it'll all be over. 48 days of bike packing. Done. It's crazy. We'll see. But for now, good night.